long hair, because they'd be sitting right over here. But, you know, it ain't gonna look good. It's just the way it is. Thank you to DJ Will. He played the Danish national anthem that unfortunately I have to admit I don't know the words to. But I know the words to on Skinny Bop. And that's a whole different thing, man. You guys are the true real deal. Let's just do this first one for me to get into it, and then we'll go into the serious stuff. I'm not even going to open the set list because it looks like it'll fly away.
Yes,
was sending a message that says, I'm gonna go see Metallica. You stand and watch the Pretty Boy. This time you're fucking staying. We're brothers, bro. You know, this is, you guys know what this is, but somehow about like 30 years ago, somebody at the record company came up with this concept of unplugged. And they figured out we can just send the singer out with an acoustic guitar. It's much cheaper. And for some reason, it's stuck.
It worked better.
Here's the end result. Then at the same time, a wonderful woman came up when I was half asleep at breakfast. Fucking Xanax, I thought it was supposed to make you happy. And she says, thank you for singing from the heart. And on the way out, John Corabi's sitting there at 9:30, fucking singing, full ass out and saying, holy shit. Holy fucking shit. That's just not me. So I decided that I want to play for you the stuff that nobody else play, White Line. And the other thing is that a lot of people say, are you going to play White Line? And I've decided now to do a quiz with people. I says, okay, name me 5 White Line songs. And after they get to 8, they're a bit stuck. So what do you really mean by that? If I'm going to play an hour, what do you want me to repeat the songs? That's just one of those. Hang on a second. Totally unprepared. So, for example, I got this message from 2 people down in Venezuela. And they said, when you play on Haiti, could you please play this song for the people of Venezuela? You're probably close enough that we can hear it because they have trapped us. They're not feeding us and they've stolen our freedom. So this is my song and our song to the people of Venezuela. It's from the Big Game album. It's called Cry for Freedom.
Stand up and cry for freedom.
stand up and cry for freedom and keep the dream alive. Stand up and cry for freedom and let them know why we are here now. We can't go on this way, and we will never give up fighting for freedom. Yeah, and we will keep this dream alive. Vaya con Dios. So this is another one of the true stories. So I'm in the elevator yesterday, right after the Bullet Boys were done, and somebody yelled, "Keep the door open!" And Mark Tureen walks in. It's like probably 10 minutes before they gave him Ritalin. And he says, "Dude, you're kind of like that guy Susan Sarandon, with everybody sitting and watching the Oscar and really enjoying the party. They start fucking talking politics and spoiling our party. We just want to see people winning. We don't want to hear about hungry children in countries we'll never give a fuck about." This says, "Yeah, Mark, you're right. I'm the one." You take care of the other part. I can't do that part. Just for the photographer. It looks like I'm fucking doing a real show. Just to add a band behind me. Oh shit. So back again to, are you gonna do any White Lion songs? Yeah, fuck yeah I am. I am. Because now I've been to 5,000 AC/DC shows and they still have not played Touch Too Much. And us Angus, just for one night, just drop Whole Lotta Rosie. Just for the fans. We know the song. So, when someone call out a song while you're taking a pee in the bathroom, would you mind doing that song about child abuse from the Big Game album called Broken Home? I says, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, I would. And it was that time in '89. When, of course, the last stand of the 80s. And I show up in the studio and I say to the band and the record company, I've gone a little bit astray from the pussy and beer songs. It's just, fuck man, dude, wrong band. And it's just, this is a real song about growing up in a home where maybe dad drinks a little too much. It's just, fuck, the fans don't want to hear that shit. Listen to Poison, that's what they want to hear. I says, yeah, but look at me. My name is Tramp, not Brad Michaels. Says, yeah, but still. I says, this is my song, and this is our song. And now, 35 years later, the song stands the test of time. And if anyone feels at home in this song is for you. There's a sound from the kitchen. There's a sound he's heard 1,000 times before. And when he hears his mother crying, he runs away and hides inside his room. But there is no escaping the anger in his father's voice. forgot the reason. Oh, why this little child was born. 'Cause if you go on fighting, you'll destroy this family. So hold me and love me, toss this child up, and try your best to save this broken home. Stop fighting, stop hurting, try to love again, and do your best to save this broken home. And if you ever hold him tight, make you feel your love again, oh, you will make him smile. So hold him and love him, touch his child, and do your best to save this broken home. Stop fighting, stop hurting, try to love again, and do your best to save this broken home. Thanks a lot. And then 4 years later, Pearl Jam came with Jeremy, and then everything was okay. Now you could sing about fucking everything. While Oliver's just getting ready, I'll introduce him in a second. I never stop at just when the dance is good, so I decided to test it even further, and then I came down and says, I've written a little song called Little Fighter, and it's about an episode that happened in 1978, or Greenpeace lost a ship down in New Zealand trying to prevent the French government from doing nuclear testing down there, and the band is just sitting. What the fuck is he talking about? So 3 Americans never been outside New York. I says, I'm sorry, I just grew up with a little bit of knowledge of the world, nevertheless. So we go on tour, and this time we're playing in England, sandwiched in between Skid Row and Motley Crue. It's our manager's idea. And you know, we're at the top of our game. This is after the big game has been released, and of course Pride did the job and things like that. And we're sitting in the dressing room being interviewed by an English journalist that already does not like us. And Vito and I are trying to convince him that we're much closer to the Beatles than to Motley Crue Skid Row. And in my left here, I can hear Sebastian out on stage just using any fucking form of profanity against the English audience, and they're responding. He's got them in his hands. So I'm saying, tonight is the night I will come out of my cocoon. I will lay down the law so they'll never forget me. And the show is starting up well. We're laying out with some of the big songs and people singing along, and this is the moment. So I'm going to introduce Little Fighter. It says, on the way over on the airplane, I was reading in Time magazine. This is of course '89, no video screen, just fucking boring 10 hours on the plane. Time magazine, and there's a story about the bald-headed eagle, the symbol of America's freedom, being in grave danger because where it's fishing, there's too much quicksilver in it. It says, if Dave Lee Roth ever needed a story, that was the story, but now it's landed in my lap. So bit by bit, I laid on the audience, and the silence is fucking killing me. It's suddenly 35,000 drunk English fans actually can't be quiet. Just bore them to shit. And finally, after the band has left the stage in protest, and finally some guy with a serious Scottish accent yells out, Mr. Tramp, we have no bald-headed eagles in England, and we don't give a shit. Could you get on with the rock and roll? Just 10 years too early. The story was good. You might have seen this guy walking around. He's a guy who have taken your telephone and taken pictures of us. He's my best friend, Oliver Steffens from Denmark. He sleeps next to me. There's a night table between us, but he's pretty fucking close. He and I jumped on an airplane in 1982 and went to New York. He was 18, I was 21. We were still both drinking. And one night in November of 82, we're playing in a club called the MORC in Brooklyn, New York. Okay? Yeah, I was just wondering how many were. These, of course, were the days. And we're sitting in our dressing room, pretty well together, Danish boys. The guitars are lined up, their hair's done and stuff like that. And in through the door, it's sort of like when Clint Eastwood rides into town that you shake. In walks this guitar player. I know he was a guitar player because his guitar was hanging out the case. He's got mirrored sunglasses, cigarette dangling out his mouth and his hair down his neck. And I just, what a fucking jerk. And Oliver had this little practice amp, which still had not been developed for the rest of the world. And this guitar player goes, can I try it? And says, yeah, let him try this amp and just make a fool out of himself. And then he plugged in. And his name was Vito Brade. And I had to tell Oliver, I'm sorry, but I'm going to send you home. And it took about 10 years. And then he says, I forgive you. I forgive you. But if you take me on the Monsters of Rock cruise, I'll really forgive you. So she's had a great time. And of course, for all of you guys who really know my tramp history, he also became the guy who started Freak of Nature with me, you know. And wrote some big songs with me, and then when I started my solo career, he also wrote Better Off. We're not gonna play that song I wrote, but you know, stuff like that. Anyway, let's do this one here. It's called Little Fighter.
Took you